Hey internet, so it is very early morning here in Vancouver and I have some goodies for you because it is currently Sephora VIB Rouge season, which means there's 20% off the whole entire store for the next 3 days. So today's Friday, the VIB Rouge sale is ending this Sunday, and then next weekend from the 13th to the 16th is just the regular VIB sale. So it's starting a little bit later, which gives you lots of time to go shopping, and I thought some suggestions might be useful because there is so much in Sephora. There's a lot of new stuff as well, and I have had a list for a long time because I'm obsessed with this sale. I very seldom go to Sephora otherwise when there's no sale on because it's so expensive. And then I usually will do two really big purchases, one during the spring sale and one during the November sale. So I have a lot to show you. I'm filming this before I go into work, so if there's any incoherent ramblings during this video, I apologize. I have not had my coffee yet, and I encourage you to grab one because we have a lot of makeup and beauty stuff to go through. So this is this year's bag. You can see it's got a little gold going on, and then the freebie bag that they give you looks like this, which is great for your lunch. They have a whole gold dipped thing going on this year. And yeah, I can hardly lift this stuff, and if you believe it, all of this actually came with me to see Spectre, the new James Bond movie, yesterday. I went to the advanced preview VIB Rouge private event right before that, stayed in the store for a total of 5 minutes because I had everything on hold and just paid. So it was such a crazy evening, but I'm so glad it all worked out so I can film with you this morning and show you all of these goodies so that you have this video in time before the sale ends, because otherwise it's not very useful, is it? So firstly, they give you a freebie, so you get these 6 free things. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them because obviously they weren't my choices. It looks like there's a lot of Fresh, so there's a little honey mask from Fresh. Moving on to the stuff I actually paid for and have had on my list for so long, and I'm so excited to have all of this stuff because if you watched my recent fall favorites video, you know I've been using the same makeup repetitively for months now, which is what I like to do, but these sales to me are an opportunity to really rejig my makeup and try some new things. So that's exactly what I'm doing here with a couple of repurchases. Talking about some good palettes, I got 2 Kat Von D palettes. The first one I got is the Eye one, which I think is the newer one. So this is the Shade and Light eye palette, eye contour palette, and you can see on the back all of the shades that are in here. And a warning to you, all of these are actually matte, which is why I bought the palette, because I think matte eyeshadows that are really pigmented and velvety to work with are extremely hard to find. And Kat Von D does make really buttery shadows. If you've tried Lorac, they're kind of a similar, really pigmented consistency. And you can see how perfect of a palette is this for fall, because it's got a lot of warm shades going on, but it has enough cool shades as well to work with any skin tone and be able to adapt it. Her black eyeshadow is amazing. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's so sooty and perfect and easily blendable, and even the hard to get pigmented light shades are just so bright and gorgeous, so I love that. I'm just wiping my fingers on the tissue paper. Yeah, I just really like this. I think it's so neat to have so many matte shades in one palette, and I like matte shades enough to do a whole look around it and not even need any shimmer. But on those days that I do want a little bit of shimmer, I also picked up a new Stila Kitten. So I've had 3 of these over the years. They've all broken, but I love it so much. I keep being a sucker and going back to it because it is the most amazing highlight shade ever. If you can see that, catch the light on my hand, it's so pretty. It's really like a champagne, very light shimmer. It's perfect for highlights. You can use it on your cheekbone as well. It's really gorgeous and super finely milled. There's no glitter in this whatsoever. It is the smoothest shadow ever, which is probably why it breaks a lot. So I encourage you not to travel with this, but I really like having it on hand, which is why I always go back and buy it even when it does go ahead and fall apart on me. Secondly, I got another palette from Kat Von D, which is the infamous Shade and Light palette. Now I actually got and then returned the Anastasia contour palette a while ago because it just wasn't for me. I found it came out really ashy on my skin, and I know it's really popular with some of you, so you know, maybe try that one if you think it'll work for you. But I wanted to try a different one this time around, and so I got this one because it's had really good reviews, and I think it will be a little bit more flattering on my skin tone because you can see there's a nice kind of peachiness and life to the shades. They're not too ashy or too brown, because if it's just going to come out as bronzer, then it's not really worth the money of spending on a palette. I like that there's some lighter shades and some darker shades, so I think this would work great for anything to a light to medium skin tone. I thought I would also pick up a new brush, so I thought I would try the hakuho-do line for Sephora Pro, and this is the Kusabi brush, which is their flat stippling type brush, which I think will work really great if you want kind of a light application of bronzer and the ability to blend it in with the same brush, so you can kind of like buff and blend. That was kind of my intention for it, and I'm really excited about it because look at the packaging, you guys. It looks amazing. It's like a Japanese calligraphy brush. I actually used to do calligraphy, believe it or not, and they looked a little bit like this. It's really gorgeous. Hakuho-do is super expensive, but because they've done a line for Sephora now with synthetic bristles, it's pretty affordable, definitely like about the same price point as any other brush from Sephora would be. It feels very soft on the skin, has a slight angle to it as well, and very dense and soft and buff worthy. So I really like this, I think, but we'll see how it performs because I'm always a little bit wary of synthetic bristles. And I'm excited to show this to you because I feel like I have not talked a lot about these. Now, I used to use the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta pads, which are super expensive. They're basically like a gentle acid to resurface your skin before you go to bed at night. You just wipe it all over your face. Those ones also have a neutralizer, so there's two sides to the pack when you use it. These are a little bit more gentle. They're from First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance pads. You can use these every day, whereas the others I probably wouldn't recommend doing because they're a little bit more intense. I won't open it right now, but basically they're just like little round swabs that you just smooth over your face. There's a little nubble to it which helps you to really exfoliate with it, and it's just such a great product. It's not intense. I think it would be great for sensitive skin. The next morning after you use it, you can notice that your skin is a lot less dry and brighter than it was the night before, which is exactly what I want. It has really good ingredients in it too. It's got aloe, it has cucumber extract, and then it's glycolic and lactic acid based. This is not really for right away, but like I said, I kind of do this sale and get so much stuff because it's such a good deal for Sephora, that is. And I got this bareMinerals Faux Tan Body Sunless Body Tanner. I will probably definitely be using this more kind of around the new year and the holiday season because I am going to Hawaii and I am going to be so pasty when it comes to be time to go, and I'm so excited for that trip. So I really wanted to buy this because my friend actually came to the gym a few days ago, and we all thought she had been on vacation because she was so brown and golden, but in like not an orangey way at all. It looks so natural and glowy, and we thought she'd gone away, but we had no idea, and she'd only gone for like a day or something because we'd just seen her. But so we were all basically so confused, and we pressed her until she told us that she had been using this for a few days before an event, and as soon as I knew that, it went right on the list. I knew I was going to get it, and she said it was really great and very not streaky and very buildable as well. I think it's actually a lotion. Yes, it's a lotion. And it should have good for you ingredients too, given the bareMinerals philosophy. So I'm excited to try like a more high-end bronzer because I tend to always get the Jergens, and I'm a die-hard like Jergens gradual tanner fan. It's always been the one that's worked best for me, so that's kind of what I'll be comparing it to. Last sort of skincare item, I thought I would try some new cleansing cloths. So from Ole Henriksen, I've actually been using the Balm Cleanser, which is really cool. It's jelly-like and orange, and it smells like gummy bears, and it's also really expensive. These are a little bit more affordable. They're also definitely better for travel, and for me, I have to say, they're also going to be a lot less effort. So if I like them, I'm kind of into the idea of going back to wet wipes to remove my makeup because it's just so easy, you guys, and tempting if you can find a good one. So I hope that these are worth the price. For I think about $18 or $19 you get 30 floss, so it's not horrible, but it's definitely more expensive than the Neutrogena's. And these have moringa and borage seed oil, so I like the idea of still having that oily quality, which really helps to dissolve your makeup, so you don't have to rub too much. If you're using a makeup wipe and really have to like get in there and wipe to get off your makeup, it's not a great idea. It's better to use a balm cleanser, but I'm hoping if it can be kind of like an oily wipe, then it'll be the perfect middle ground and just kind of work for my life a little bit better. So one of the best value sets that I saw was this one from Bite. I'm actually wearing a Bite lipstick right now. This is Tannin, which is my favorite, really like vampy lip color for fall. It's probably showing up a little bit more red. In real life, it's definitely more of like a purpley kind of color, but because it's kind of bright early morning light, that's how it's coming across right now. Anyway, I love it. It's one of my favorites, and this Discovery set is such a good deal because it's $50, but all of their products pretty much are about $30 in the store anyway, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products, and they're all full size except for the Agave lip mask, which is definitely a mini, but I know I like this. This is the clear version of the one I already have, which is the pomegranate tinted one, which is amazing. It's so moisturizing. I really like it. And so this is another lip pencil in a different color than the one that I'm wearing. It's actually in pomegranate, and pomegranate is a little bit brighter and pinker than Tannin is, so it's more of one of those like watermelon kind of colors. I'll open this up and see. Hopefully it doesn't explode too much so I can show you a little bit better. Oh my gosh, it's basically almost like an advent calendar, but it's not numbered enough to do that. For a second I thought it was empty, but it's not. So here's the lipstick. I'll show you what I think are the highlights from the set. So there's this gorgeous, really easy to wear lipstick. It reminds me a lot of MAC Syrup, to be honest, but it's a little bit more of a cream than a glaze, and I think it's a little bit more pinky brown as well and a little bit less plum. There's also pomegranate. This is totally why I bought this set, because I was going to probably get this color anyway, and so just between these two colors you've paid for the set, but you also get a lip liner, a lip pencil in another mauve color that's a little bit different, probably actually more like syrup, but it should be very long lasting. It should be almost more like a stain. And then there's this really easy to wear pretty lip gloss that, albeit, is a little bit sticky, I have to say, for me, but the whole set is just a good deal because you get all of those things basically for free. And I'll show you a quick little swatch of pomegranate because it is so pretty. Look at that. It's so bright. All of their lip colors are intensely pigmented, and they last and fade really smoothly and nicely. And hot off the press is this new Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. So this Perfect Hair Day brand is really good. I've used their shampoos and conditioners before. They're okay, but I love their Weather Protector Styling Cream. I can't remember what it's called. I'll link it down below. It's a favorite of mine to kind of keep my hair from frizzing up during the fall, so I kind of was really excited when I heard about this, and apparently the technology they've put in this is really new and different because it brushes out really well and absorbs the oil in your hair and then actually pulls out of your hair instead of just staying there and sticking to your hair. It is dry enough that you can actually brush it out properly, which is such a big concern for someone with dark hair like me. I basically never use dry shampoo even if I want to because it just always leaves a cast on my hair even if it says that it won't. So I have high hopes for this, that it will earn its place right next to the Oribe dry texturizing spray because I really never switch up my hair products, but if it's good, this could be a real game changer, so I'm really excited to try that. Now, a couple of repurchases. We have an Anastasia brow pencil. This is in the color Soft Brown, and then I always pick one of these up whenever there's any kind of sale at Sephora. This is the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. It's just a clear eyeshadow base, but in my opinion, it's the best one because I can literally put my eyeshadow on in the morning. I often don't bother to take it off when I go to the gym because I'm just in too much of a hurry, and my makeup will be perfect even after my workout, which is insane. So just looks like this, has a little doe foot applicator. It's really nothing special in terms of using it, and you don't need a lot, so you just dab a little bit on, put on your eyeshadow, and it really helps it to last all day. It makes a huge difference. Then another repurchase, and it's funny because the packaging has kind of changed a lot since I've bought this before. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Exposed. If you watch my fall favorites, you know that I have been using this so much that I pretty much used it up as much as you can a blush, because there's only a few little broken pieces left inside that I've been sort of dabbing at kind of furiously in the morning. I'm wearing it right now, and I thought I would keep the new one new to show you. So Exposed is just a gorgeous color. I talked about it more in my fall favorite, so I won't wax lyrical too much about it, but if you just want a basic blush that doesn't look too blush-like, looks very natural and healthy on your cheek for the fall and winter, highly recommend. And I really like the consistency of these as well. The last thing I actually spent money on was this little pouch, which is so cute. It says the twinkle of my eye, and it has glitter that's behind plastic on it, so it will never fall out. And it also has a little rose gold lipstick, and I think it's the perfect size to put in your handbag and take all day. I don't take a ton of makeup with me to the office, so it's just great to have a little compact pouch, and I like that it's completely flat, so whatever you put in it is what's going to take up the room. If you put very little in it, it's not going to be too bulky for a small handbag. So I really like this. I think this would make such a fab gift as well for the holidays, so I encourage you to check it out. It's not too expensive. I think it's like $17 or $18, and I don't know, I just really like it. I was considering getting like one of those designer pouches to replace my old one that's very makeup stained, but I really like this one, so I thought I would just get that. Finally, I redeemed some points because they finally had something good. I really do like Buxom. I was actually considering buying a full size of one of these lip glosses, so they're really pretty colors, and if you have this in your local Sephora when you have the sale on, kind of check it out, because I think it's one of the ones that's better value for your 500 points, because some of their freebies are kind of not very good. So then I got a whole bunch of samples, and I won't bore you with them, except I want to show you this one, because this is the Clinique BB Cream. There's two more products I want to add to this video before I let you go finally, to let you know about, because I think they're fabulous. And one of them is this. So here's the full size that I bought a while ago at Sephora. It's the Acne Solutions BB Cream. It actually has SPF 40, so it's a great like year-round foundation to use. I'm wearing it right now. It has a surprising amount of coverage for a BB cream, and it's very velvety. When you finish putting it on, it goes on like a water, has a surprising amount of pigmentation in that watery formulation. You really have to shake it up. It's one of those, and surprisingly, I just love it. It lasts all day. I really didn't think this was going to be that great, but I tried the sample, which is very orange, I have to say. I'm guessing she probably gave me the same one as I got before. So the medium shade is quite orange, which is unfortunate. So the shade selection in this is not amazing, but if somehow one of the shades works for you, I encourage you to try it, because I think it's just an all-around fabulous light coverage foundation. I don't care if you have acne or not. If you do, it's probably great as well, but it just wears really well. It's very natural looking, and it feels like nothing on your skin, which is awesome if you're going to wear it for a long day. And then finally is the very hyped about Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed, and this is in the color Champagne Pop, which is a collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. I was a skeptic about this, but I thought I would kind of let you know that I did actually really like it when I got it. And if you do need a new highlighter, I think I would definitely turn towards Becca, because I think they make the best one. I have the liquid one in Opal, and I love it. It's very bright. This is a little bit more subtle. It's also a little bit quicker, because I think powders are just easier to just slap onto your skin in the morning, whereas a cream needs to be worked into the skin a little bit more. So depending on what you're looking for, there's a lot available at Becca in terms of formulations and colors for highlighters, but I think they make the ones that give you the most impact without any kind of glitter, and just really like a luxurious experience. That is great to get the 20% off on. I'm literally hoarse. I need my coffee, and I'm gonna go to work before I'm late, so I hope that you guys found this video helpful. beautiful. It's definitely a bit more of a rushed one than the ones that I tend to film at the weekend for you, but I was obsessed with putting this out, and so here it is. Give it a thumbs up if you like that. Thank you so much for watching. Happy shopping in the sales. Let us know down below what you are going to be looking out for in the sales, because I want to know, so I can add it to my continuous everlasting Sephora shopping list. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!